the what is it, the BBL? What is it? What is it called? The BBL? What is it called? A Brazilian butt lift. Okay, so it's BBL. I haven't got a BBL. I got a booty, but I like when my booty is not too big. It matches the rest of my body. Because you know I'm a big buxom front. I can't have a big booty too. Because if I got both, then I'm going to look like some sort of character walking like an NPC, a cosplayer. I'm trying to look real. I'm trying to be real. Check on him. I'm outside. My haircut. I love y'all, I know many of you asked, like, what happened to, I cut my hair, y'all. I love it. It's so much healthier. I had so much hair. Someone was like, what happens to Fleur? Listen, I did the big chop. Woo, good Lord. My hair had grown down to like my practically, gratefully, I always say gratefully my hair grows really fast. But my hair had grown so long, y'all. It took me like hours to detangle it. I couldn't do it anymore. So I did it on a full moon. I cut it a couple times. So like I just did it again. I'll probably have it long by, it'll be nice. It'll be nice and long by, hey Yafi, you like my haircut? It's cute and my curls are really pretty. So I like my haircut. And then when I wear it like a little straight, it looks really pretty. It's just so much hair. Yafi has a lot of hair too. Everybody loves your hair when it's really long and thick, but they don't realize like you have to go through I'm like most normal people use like one bottle of shampoo. I gotta use like a whole I use like a whole bottle of shampoo for like one wash because I can't get all my hair. So so I like my cut. So it looks really nice. It feels really good. And my curls are popping. My curls are popping. Check on it. You too, Eden? I know people love long hair. And you know it's crazy because everybody wears a lot of false hair that they think that everybody wants. Long hair is beautiful, but it is like real long hair. It is like you have to really just work it through it. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the grass is always greener on the other side. Like, people with really long, thick hair always try to get their hair, like, really tamed and shorter. And people with really short hair always want long hair. I think it's just, like, the nature of the human, right? Yeah, I can't deal with a bottle of shampoo. I only have to use half a bottle of shampoo now to do my hair because I make a shampoo with, like, pine. It's looking like Cousin Grin Adam. Yeah, eggshell oracle. I mean, it's beautiful, but listen. Anyway, enough about hair. Check on it, everybody. I'm outside. I can talk to you. Can you hear me through my new microphone? Can you hear me? I'm just trying it out today. I'm sitting in the front. There's like tons of chemtrails, y'all. Ever since I moved here, they've just been chemtrailing. Oh, Quantum Sensei Fenugreek is awesome for the hair. You've got long, thick hair too, Sensei. Sensei is even longer, thicker. Well, I don't know if your hair is, no, your hair is just as thicker. We have different texture, but your hair is really long and thick. You know what I mean? You hear my wolves? You hear the wolves? You should have a wig of your own hair. Oh, no, I kept the hair for the baby dolls, for my grandbabies. I kept my hair for my grandbaby dolls. So, you know, you like keep, Joey, you said Jesus is king. What you trying to do? You trying to gaslight me? Don't come in here with that religious jargon. I know you're under mind control, but this is not the channel, Joey. I know that you think Jesus is king, but you know that J didn't exist back in the ancient times, right? So, Joey, please, I'm going to block you. You don't want to be blocked. I'm trying to enlighten you. I know that you think Jesus is your personal God and Savior, but this is not the channel. I will mess with your peace of mind. So this is, I'm sorry, I don't want to do it, but you know there wasn't any J's, right? Okay? I'm just going to thank you, Jamoji. I didn't want to do it to you because you know it's Lent. I know you religious fanatics come in here trying to pray for me. You should pray for yourselves and your consciousness because the fact that you still think that that character is somebody who's going to save you, you are mentally ill. Okay? You could believe it, but this is not the channel for you. Don't come here. Please, please, I don't worship men and balls, okay? And if he existed, it was a she, okay? It was a woman, 13, okay? Don't get me started, all right? We're going to start on the topic when we hit 500. Listen, they're trying to gaslight me already, y'all. They're trying to gaslight me. Don't come in here with your religious jargon, because I'm already living around all the Catholics. I was raised like a Catholic, a Roman Catholic. Don't play with me. I don't do that whole eating Jesus, drinking from the wine, the blood of Christ, eating the wafers like it's a flesh. You guys are a whole bunch of cannibals, motherfuckers. Putting ash on your third eye to block the information coming during the spring equinox. Don't play with me. Hola. Buenas tardes. No, it says buenos dias. Bon dia. Bon dia, if you're in Brazil, and if you're in Portugal, is bon dia. I have a friend who's over in Lisbon right now. Bon dia, because it's bon dia if you're in Portugal, but it's bon dia, the gia. You get the deep gia when you're in Brazil. You like my Sphinx, everybody? It's beautiful, right? You know how much that weighs? I don't know why I move with it. I can't even I picked that sucker up. He tried to break my back. Bon dia. Hello, everyone. I'm waiting until we get to 500, so I'm playing with you. I'm going to do my announcement about my mental health issues in a minute, okay? So YouTube can leave me the heck alone. I like when YouTube leaves me alone because I told them I'm a comedian, and this is all a mental illness, skit. And because I'm a comedian, this is a skit, they generally, hopefully, gratefully will leave me alone. So the only thing when you cut your hair is I cut my bangs again, and it's in my face, and that's the only thing I don't like. But it's okay. You'll get to see my hair when I have it wrapped. It's so pretty. It's going to grow back in 2.5 seconds, but I'm going to enjoy the shortcut while I have it. Join on in. Come on in. You've been watching for 4 years? The bald-headed Hereford? Hey. Hey, love. You like my old videos? When I was in the pool, acting saucy? Okay? Yeah, I'm going to tell you about my trans panda and my trans frog journey. Okay? You like my bangs? I love my hair. Like, when you get a fresh haircut? When you get a fresh hair, yeah, for entertainment purposes only. Listen, when you get a fresh haircut, don't you feel like really good? And I really feel like spiritually, when women, like when we have a lot of if we have sadness or we have things pent up, it's in the hair. So I feel like when I do a trim, especially a nice big cut, it almost feels like you're freeing yourself. Don't you feel like, it almost feels like you're releasing? I felt it this time because you didn't see it. You all just saw my long ponytail. I did a cut before. You couldn't see it because it looked crazy in the back. I did a cut before, and then I did a gradual cut. I do it on the full moon. I did a gradual cut, and then I did a real big cut, and I feel so much lighter. So it does free you up, and also if you have any health things going on, I've heard of people when they're really sick, getting a haircut does help to quicken the process. Oh, you shed the past to being in the new. Thank you, Ixchel. Or Oracle. Where are you from? Are you Mexicano? Their name is beautiful. That's very Mayan, or actually, there's a lot of the sea stars that are in Mexico. Big up to our sea stars that are over in Oaxaca. Did I say it right? Oaxaca? Oh, Latina. Yeah, Oaxaca. We have some homegirls in Oaxaca. They're such great. They're doing a healing. They're at the healing. They're doing a healing jungle visit. They're over there. I think they're going to be butt naked. I love it. I love it. They're going to be butt naked, talking to the goddesses, and they're going to bring in the spring equinox. Yo, my Mexicana sea stars are the bomb.com. They got it. Oaxaca. Thank you, divine femme energy. Oaxaca. Oh, that's Damache. Oaxaca. Thank you, my loves. I try to speak really good Spanish because I live in a Spanish area, and French is my first language. I'm waiting until we get to 500, y'all, so I'll just chat with you until everyone comes in. But French is my first language. Portuguese is, first language, English second, Portuguese third, and Spanish, Spanglish. Spanglish is my fourth, right? I love speaking, and then I want to get better at speaking some of the other languages. When you speak a Latin language, it's easier for you to speak the others. That's what I find. because a lot of the words that we use are interchangeable and it's very easy to pronounce. But when I start to speak, like, I don't speak. Only thing I could say in Japanese is konnichiwa or ni hao. I can say ni hao in Chinese or konnichiwa and jambo in Swahili. I don't speak German. My grandmother spoke the most languages in our country. Remember my grandmother? She spoke, and Hebrew. I learned Hebrew in Hebrew school. I learned Hebrew. I can't speak it very well now, but I did take Hebrew classes. I'm a sad y'all. We want to speak everything. We want to be able to talk to everybody. But I want to at least speak German. My grandmother spoke, she was the oldest person in the United States who spoke the most languages. So she spoke, hi, how are you? You hear my wolves? The lady's walking her dog. She spoke the most languages. So she spoke French, obviously, Spanish, full proficient Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, German. She spoke a little bit of Yiddish. I talked about she spoke Yiddish because in Europe at the time when everything was happening, a lot of the Jewish people from Eastern Europe would come across, like she'd come across them. And because she was such a lingual, like she was really lingually sound, she could speak a little Yiddish. Like I remember this rabbi being shocked that she spoke some Yiddish. She was such a cutie pie. You guys, you could watch a video before she transitioned. She's feisty though, but she was really beautiful. She's the reason why I'm so, relentless, So I want to at least speak, I want to be proficient in some of the African languages, at least proficient, and I would at least want to be able to speak some of the Mandarin or Cantonese, just because a lot of people speak it. You took French in high school? You got to really go and immerse yourself in like a French culture. Remember, each French place is different. Like Canadian French, to me, sounds more Western, like Western. It's weird because when I hear French, when I go to Canada, I love Canada. I love Montreal. Montreal is my favorite place to go in Quebec. But when I go there, my girls, because when they were little, I spoke French to them, but all my children, like when they hear French, it was so different hearing the music, like country music in Montreal, like when we crossed the border over in Vermont. They were just like this. It was so crazy. So it's really nice to hear them notice the different French tongues because they're so used to hearing me or their grandmother or other French people speak with our accent. And it's nice to see their reaction when it's a different tongue. Parisian French is different. So like when you go into the African Congo or Mozambique, their French is a little different. So it's always very different, the different accents that come along with the language. French is probably, to me, it's a beautiful language. So if you want to learn it, it's practical, especially if you're traveling through Africa. So if you go to, if you're traveling, and Moroccans, a lot of my Moroccan friends speak French. So my French is not as good as it used to be because obviously I've grown up so long in the States, but my French is, my cousins would say my French is garbage, but it's enough, you know what I mean? You like Portuguese? Yeah, Portuguese is nice. I just had to learn the difference between speaking Portuguese in like Lisbon and Portugal as opposed to Brazil. Brazil do a lot of the gias, like gia, like bom dia, bom tarde, whereas like in Portugal, you say bom tarde. You don't do that je, Yeah. So I always suggest, like, if you don't speak a language, you should start speaking it now because your country's been taken over, right? Hey, Amara. Amara speaks the best Portuguese of everyone. Amara, are you in São Paulo? Are you going to be in São Paulo? We'll see you over there maybe. Yeah. Maybe we'll see you when you're down there if you're going with the children. So we're going to try to get down to Brazil soon. There's a French song that's trending right now. Yeah, French is it's a beautiful language. You headed to São Paulo? Good. Tell me how it's going down there. They just kicked out the Israel embassy. You know that, right? Yo, Brazilians are buck wild. You know that? I'm going to wait until we get to 500, y'all. I'm just going to chat with you for a minute. So can someone do the timestamp when we start? so that people who are listening afterwards will know when we start the conversation. Um, yeah, they just kicked out the Israeli consulate. I don't know what happened. Probably pissed them off with what's going on in Palestine. Because Brazil, I don't think many of you know, Brazil takes strong stance on certain things. You know that, right? You don't know it too often because they're not really a country that, I don't really think globally you see them participate too much in a lot of different politics. But many of you don't know Brazil has a great relationship with Haiti, and they have given lots of aid to Haiti. I don't think you guys know that, right? It's really quite, hey, Watana. Um, they give a lot of aid to a lot of different places. And it's never spoken about because America doesn't want you to know that they actually help a lot of the other countries, the brown countries. America doesn't want you to know because America is the biggest disgusting parasite. Like, you don't even know that the U.S. is all in Haiti, living fat off the hog, at using all their resources, and that's why Haiti's destabilized. And what's going on, and Marie just gave me the word of what's going on in Haiti right now, Haiti, is you think what's going over, they said the gangs broke up all of Haiti and broke out of jail. No, the president was a sellout globalist working with the United States to destroy the country and sucking off of the country and destroying the people. So the people took back Haiti. So if you listen to the news right now, you would think Haiti is destabilized and it's all a whole bunch of hoodlums and gang members, but these are revolutionaries that just took over the country again from the savages that are eating over there. Because there's a part of Haiti where all the wealthy people eat and they're all safe and they're where they live and they're living fat off the hog. You don't realize the USA is the biggest bully and egregious parasite throughout the entire world. And what England won't do, personally, it will send its henchmen, which live in the United States. So it's really disgusting. Okay, y'all, we're going to start off. Is that okay? Can you do this timestamp now, y'all? Do the timestamp. Okay. Peace, everyone. Peace to the east, west, north, and south. This is Fleur coming to you today. So we're going to talk about bloodlines versus the cosplaying NPCs that we are seeing taking over the entire matrix and all of the social media. Okay. Let me do my PSA. I am a trans. I am protected by trans rights. I am a trans frog. I look a little froggy today. I am a trans frog. I am a trans, I added something, y'all. I am a trans frog. I am a trans panda. I am a trans bird. I am also a trans snake, a serpent. And I am a Ashkenazi white Jewish man and a deranged black man. Okay? So please don't come for me. I'm a part of the trans community. I am part of the ABCD, EFGHIJK, LGBTQRSTW, rainbows and flags and purple lipstick. Okay? So leave me alone. Okay? I am deranged. This is a comedy skit. I am mentally ill. I am suffering from all kinds of mental illness, living in this matrix with a whole bunch of sociopaths. I am trying to work through my issues of mental illness, trying to use the social platform to kind of free me from my mental disturbing concepts in my head. But unfortunately, I'm here right now. So that's my PSA. So if anybody says anything, they'll be like, Fleur told you she was mentally ill. She told you she was a frog. She told you that she was a snake now. Like, now I'm a snake. So when I say she's a serpent, yes, I am. I am slithering all over the place. All right, let's get into the topic. So as we always talk about, that I always kind of speak about the fact that bloodlines matter. And, I really love the Zombies. We kind of have these conversations all the time. And, it's important for you to realize that they haven't been promoting for you to know your blood types. I learned that as being in YouTube for a long time. Like I remember years ago, I was on YouTube and I just assumed a lot of people knew their blood types. And I remember being on the show. I forgot if it was Aline Bay. Big up to Aline Bay and his wife. I love them. They're in North Carolina. Really sweethearts. They were at the conference when I was there with That's when Brother Polite, but not Brother Polite, Brother Panic, and a couple other speakers. Dr. Valentine was there. Rich held the event with Sonetta. That was the last time I did an event in Harlem, New York. But anyway, I noticed that a lot of people didn't know their blood types, right? So I was shocked because I'm thinking to myself, like, I, everyone in my family knew their blood type, and it was a big deal because we were well aware. And many of my beginning out of getting out of college was genetics. So, I studied heredity and genetics. My primary focus at the time was Alzheimer's and dementia, and Parkinson's. So, I started off in that field. That's why you hear me talk about it. And I'm proficient enough. I'm not because I didn't hold into the field well into, my more seasoned years now, but I held a lot of information that wasn't really relative back then. I don't really think I knew later on how relative me having this type of background would be in genetics. So it was important that I found out that the majority of people that I was speaking to online hadn't any clue of their blood lineage and their blood types. And that's concerning. Why is it concerning? Because a lot of the prescriptions, a lot of your Western medical practices, whenever you go and you engage with any medical facility or doctors or prescription, you are basically being you're initiating yourself into a chemicalized contract with these demons, okay? And a lot of the medication, a lot of the prescriptions, a lot of Western medicine weaponizes it towards certain people that they deem to be lesser, or people, and it's not that they think they're lesser, they actually think they're stronger because they wouldn't be weaponizing medication and medical practices against them. They actually think they're stronger, so they're trying to weaken that bloodline. And it's important for you all to know. And I always talk to you that as much as we talk about complexions and, lighter and darker ancestors, you must understand and overstand